Okay, this is a little addendum to this episode that I wanted to add in some private actions you can have with FaZe after you land on this planet that I didn't exactly show. I did show one of these, but there's more, so I just wanted to show these. Edge, I've been hoping to ask you this for a while, but what is your homeworld like? Our homeworld? Well, its surface is covered by the deep blue sea, mother of all life. The life born of that sea is nurtured by sweet, verdant breezes. It's a pure, shining star born in the black vastness of space, fruit of a billion uncountable miracles. That's our homeworld. That's Earth. I see. So that's your homeworld. I should love to see such a beautiful planet. Yeah, me too. I wish I could have seen it with my own eyes. The Earth, they say, was so blue, so beautiful. You wish? Yeah, I only knew it from seeing old historical records and such. The original form of our homeworld, I mean. What does that mean? We weren't very grateful children, FaZe. We no longer have the luxury of setting eyes on our beautiful mother planet. We can't even survive on our surface. That's why we had no choice but to set out into space like this. We're here to carve out a new road into the future. A heavy responsibility indeed. Sure is. We have to accomplish our mission at all cost. Someday, on whatever new homeworld we migrate to, we'll recapture the beauty of Earth. I feel great sympathy for that ideal. I pledge to aid you with all the strength I can muster. Thanks, FaZe. We're counting on you. Yes, sir. Hey, FaZe. I don't think I ever seen you looking so giddy. What's up? Huh. It does show on my face. Does it show on my face? Yes, I must admit I'm a bit excited. Well, this is certainly surprising. I never took you for the excitable type. Well, I've never been outside the Eldarian solar system before. It's so thrilling. I feel as if I can't contain myself. Sorry about that. Wow. And here I was assuming you had tons more experience than me. The tales my spacefaring brethren tell have always enthralled me. Out here in the vast cosmos lies worlds I've never seen, people I've never met. Just thinking about it makes my heart skip a beat. I'm with you, FaZe. Our planet Earth was so small, but space is limitless. We could keep on going forever if we wanted to. It really gets to me, physically and emotionally. I get so excited I almost can't breathe. It's like I can't sit still. To be honest, sometimes I get so caught up in it, I find myself nearly forgetting my duties. It's shameful to admit, but I know exactly how you feel. I mustn't allow myself to forget about the future of Eldar and our search for a habitable planet. A habitable planet? I suppose we never had the opportunity to discuss it, have we? It pains me to say, but Eldar is not long for this universe. Not long? Eldar's sun has begun to swell into a red giant. Once the sequence is complete, our planet's annihilation is inevitable. According to the observations, we have some 260 years until Eldar is completely destroyed, but only 60 until it becomes unable to sustain life. We must find our promised land before that happens. Our utopia. Lemura. Your utopia? What's Lemura? An Eldarian legend passed down from ancient times. Many thousands of years ago, somewhere in the depths of space, contact was lost with the first Eldarians to attempt manned space travel. The last words they transmitted were, Lemuria Utopia. Yes, it's nothing more than a legend, and a questionable one at that. Nevertheless, our people are fated to abandon Eldar. We have no choice but to cling to those words.
Sorry, it's like my mouth don't want to move right.
The search for Lemura. This is our guiding principle. Wow. I don't know what to say. I had no idea. Earth is in a bad way, but it looks like Eldar is too. Yes, it's a grave situation indeed. There is no time to be excited. Well, I don't know about that. Eldar's crisis is one thing, and this is another, you know? Pardon? You should be as enthusiastic as you like. It's not going to change the situation. So why be down on yourself? I think we should be excited about space exploration precisely because our planets are in danger. I'm sure a positive attitude will lead to better results. Edge. That's how I see it anyway. I see. That way of thinking would never have occurred to me. I'll be sure to follow your example from now on, Edge.
Let's save real quick because there's a choice coming up.
Edge, I'd like to apologize about the other day.
Huh? What other day?
The matter of your father.
Oh, that? I already told you it's nothing to get yourself worked up about.
My question may have been motivated by mere curiosity, but I forced you to recall such painful memories. No apology could possibly suffice.
Well... Tell me something about yourself, then.
Something about me?
Yeah, now that I think about it, I don't know very much about your past at all. How about your parents? Brothers? Sisters? Surely there must be something you can tell me.
You ask about the unit known as a family. I'm afraid I have no such comparable unit to speak of.
Huh? Stupid horn outside!
I'm sorry. Now I'm the one letting curiosity get the better of me. No. It's nothing like that. I never had a family unit. Certain Eldarians are artificially bred through the use of carefully selected DNA, you see. Such people receive education under control of the planetary government, so that they may one day serve in the nucleus of Eldarian society. I am one such person. Therefore, in the strictest sense, I have no family.
I see. Do you ever feel down because you don't have a family?
No, I can't say that I do. I was always surrounded by my friends, who were selected in the same way as myself.
Yeah, same here.
Pardon? I had Rami, I had Crow, I even had the people that were like arrogant parents to me. I never felt down about my father being gone. Edge. I have my friends, so I'm alright, and you're one of them, Phase. Thanks, Edge.
Now, if I load the save that I just made... Just give it a second. Uh-huh. And then, there's nothing to apologize for. Sure, my father's death was very sad, but I'll never let it get me down.
Why is that? If I recall correctly, both of your parents are...
Yeah, I didn't have any relatives, so Rami's parents took me in.
Rami's parents?
They were both wonderful people, but more importantly, I had her.
Ah, I understand now. Why the two of you are so close. Could never thank Raimi's family enough. How could I ever possibly complain? It'd be bad karma. I see. I understand completely, Edge. And yet I came to you with unbidden concern, dragging up an issue that had already been resolved. You're a really earnest guy, aren't you? But seriously, I appreciate the thought. Thank you, FaZe. Edge, of course. Okay, I think one of those is a prerequisite for secret ending. Let me just check my guide on that. Okay, tell me something about yourself helps receive more than an interesting reply, but there's nothing to apologize for. Wins Edge more esteem from FaZe, 4 affinity points instead of 2. Okay, so none of those was a prerequisite for a secret ending, but the second one is better for affinity points, which helps get a secret ending, so go with option 2. Or do what I did and save, see option 1 first, then load and say option 2. Alright, back to the normal episode. And welcome back to Star Ocean, the last option on the strategy guidesins. Ooh, there's a chest over here I never picked up. Full.
Let's go a little zoom in on his face and go.
I feel like I got crud in my throat. Surprised!
Do you like our F-blades? They stand for...
F-U!
Yeah, exactly.
Rising Blade!
Okay.
Thanks, Raimi.
I want to show off my ass.
Who do you think you are, Vanessa?
Pretty good, Kate.
Or Twintel, or any other girl that's known for her ass? Do. Oh, so, it's been a while since our last recording, so I don't know if you remember the, wolf-like enemies called kobolds.
No. Well, not really.
Alright, well, I'm still going to talk about this anyway. So I did a little bit of digging just today, and I found out that kobolds, while they are a thing in mythology, like I said in a previous episode, but in the previous episode I said I didn't really know exactly what they were supposed to be. I've seen them in this game, and I've seen them in the Golden Sun games as, like, wolfmen. But apparently in mythology, they're spirits that can possess animals. And, now this is interesting. Remember in One Piece, the Spirit of the Mary?
Yeah.
The Cloudermon, or whatever they're called?
Uh-huh.
Well, that's not a thing that Oda just made up. It's a thing from actual mythology.
Yeah.
But it
sounded like it was.
But it's a water spirit that usually appears to sailors on doomed ships.
Huh.
We can use this.
They're part of the same spirit class as kobolds. Now, the illustrations I've seen of what kobolds are supposed to be is kind of odd, because the thing is, they look more like, little devils and the like than humanoid wolf things. They are an enemy, however, that appear in Dungeons and Dragons, which look like weird green scale monsters with vaguely wolf-like proportions. Firing!
Okay, that didn't look like you melted or broke it apart. That looked like you made it
Evaporate?
evaporate.
Well, snow and ice can directly evaporate, bypassing the liquid stage entirely.
For you to do that, that thing would have to be so hot. Like, wow. It would have to be so hot that you being in the vicinity of it, you'd melt!
It's a magic ring!
Now I'm just gonna use my fire ring. Ah! Game over. No, it's because it's directed over there. It's like, even still. Like,
But don't you know, Mark, over there has to stand for itself.
Linkara reference. Who will get that? We will find out. Maybe. In the future.
Aqua robe. Anti-stun, anti-poison, anti-stun.
It's called the robe. It's called the aqua robe.
Excuse me. What do you want from me? I just had dinner not that long ago.
Oh, you're always burping.
Surprise up the ass!
Yeah, I was gonna say, let me just go to your ass. So I saw, I've been looking at, Valkyria Revolution comes out.
Oh, you mean that Valkyria Chronicles hack and slash game?
Yeah, I was looking at gameplay for it, and I was like, okay, it's looking like you can wipe out an awful lot of soldiers with just your sword.
Well, it's a Valkyria sword.
Okay, point taken, I guess.
Yeah, I better not save just in case. Oh, but this is one of those games where if you get a game over, you're taken back to your last save. That is definitely not the Aquila. Where do you suppose it came from? No idea. Let's take a look inside. Harpy lady in a snowy area. Why does something about this seem familiar?
But, so, like, I was looking at the gameplay of it, and I was like, and I was just, if anything, I think what I came away from it was, I was just plain confused.
By the way, that's actually a budget title.
Yeah, it's $40. Which makes sense considering they also made it for the Vita. So it's kind of like a Vita game on the PlayStation 4.
Hey, maybe they'll put it on the Switch if they're smart.
I don't know, it's like, my feelings are mixed because, like, the gun actions are kind of similar. Like,
let's just beat people over the head with the back of our guns!
The game still freezes when you're aiming and stuff and you're firing. And it's like, okay, well that's very Valkyria Chronicles.
But you can just run around and hack and slash like it's God of Valkyria or something.
Yeah, and it's like, it's weird because like, and I know it's not supposed to be like a direct sequel, it's kind of like a spin-off, I guess. But still, it's like when you were fighting those mega tanks and mega tanks and there were a lot of mega tanks in the first game.
Mega tank!
Well, when you were fighting those, you had to be, like, really clever about it. You had to be like, okay, this guy's gonna be over here.
Well, that's because the first game is a tactics game.
Yeah, but they're trying to have their cake and eat it, too. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's entirely possible to have a real-time action game that has tactics in it.
Yeah.
Like the one I'm playing now. Like the one I'm playing now.
Yeah.
Hey. Oh, you know what? This one guy said this one guy online, Mr. Gentleman, I believe is what he's called.
Uh-huh.
He does reviews for a lot of RPGs and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Well, he calls them analysis, but in his Phantasy Star 2 video, he briefly touched on the Phantasy Star 2 remake that Sega has in Japan, and he's like, I feel like this game deserves better. Sega, you have Atlas. Make use of them.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? That guy's right. Sega, you have Atlas. Make use of them.
I'm still mad at Sega for so many things. Like, not giving us Valkyria Chronicles 3. But 2 didn't sell well.
Oh, wow.
2 was not that good. I mean, the gameplay was fun, but the story was...
a subpar
balls.
a subpar sequel on a system that hardly anyone owns. Yeah, I wonder why it didn't sell well.
Yeah.
Can you think of why it didn't sell well, Mark? I'm totally
I wish they had
lost.
just made them for the PlayStation 3 instead.
Then they might not have because they didn't have the budget. But why not just make it a downloadable only title for the PlayStation 3? That way it would still be a budget game.
You know what? It's funny. At first, upon seeing Valkyria Revolution, so I was like, okay, cool, we're back on the home console, but it's a Vita game, so it's basically not. It's not really back on the home console.
Like I said, it would be kind of funny though if they did end up making a Switch version. And oh my gosh, Edge, why are you losing so much health?
Yeah. It was just like, okay, and maybe it was just the way that they were playing it, but okay, so how they were playing it in the demonstration.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but I've seen I've seen some gameplay snippets from Newswave, and to me it kind of looked like Valkyria Warriors.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. Okay, but here's how I saw them playing it, right? They have dudes with guns, and in fact, I think most of the characters even have a sword and a gun. But here's how they were playing it. They would be like, okay, grenade, go in and wipe them all out with a sword. Okay, grenade, go in and wipe them all out with a sword. Okay, grenade, go in and wipe them all out with a sword. Oh, but there was one time when they had their sniper attack.
Really?
And I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
I've done more tactical gameplay than that in frickin' Mass Effect, where it's like, okay, you're a sniper, you go over there, you're a tank, you charge them head on.
Okay, and here's another thing. Technically, I believe and yeah, I actually do know this. Your allies they control themselves, they will auto-attack. So I guess maybe the sniper's doing his thing or something when you're not playing as him.
Is he doing that Marksman?
He's doing the Marks. Oh, dang it! No. I mean, I definitely. I'm probably gonna have to get it because I want to show Sega. I want to show Sega that we'll support their dang non-Sonic games. Because apparently they don't know that. Apparently they're all about, and I guess
Sonic Forces.
Sonic simulations, mostly war simulations, and Yakuza, I think.
Huku what's now?
I think that's it. That's like all they're doing is like simulation, Sonic, and Yakuza.
And then there's the stuff that Atlas makes.
Yeah. And it was, I feel like it was years ago now that Sega said, when we acquired Atlas, we learned a lot from them, and we want to we want to do stuff for the fans and really make it so, that the fans will appreciate us, or that we show that we appreciate the fans and do it for the fans. I'm like, so far, what have they done? They have made a Valkyria spin-off game that doesn't really play that much like the original games, and they have not brought Phantasy Star Online 2 over.
Oh, even though now they're actually making money off of that game.
Yeah, and you know what? I might even say that, okay, well, maybe they haven't. Maybe they're not bringing it over now because it's been out for so long in Japan now. It's kind of an older game now, but they should have brought it out when it was new. Idiots! It's like I don't feel appreciated, Sega.
Instead, he feels disappointed!
Okay. Betrayal! Betrayal!
Now's the time to stop.
You made a betrayal?
It's like I hear the story might be really good, so that's cool. I did love the story in the first Valkyria Chronicles game. I also heard the story was great in Valkyria Chronicles 3, but
Is not any way we can confirm that.
oh, I mean there is like a fan translation, but
Speaking of fan translations, one thing that actually kind of tends to piss me off about fan translations is when there's a game with characters that have officially localized names, but they're like, nope, we're going with the Japanese names, not the official localized names. Which is there's fan translations for the Phantasy Star 1 and 2 remakes in Japan that were only released in Japan. But they go with the Japanese names of all the characters, which for changing Noah to Lutz, that's fine because Sega themselves did that. Sega themselves actually changed Noah's name back to Lutz when they made Phantasy Star 2. So that I don't have a problem with, but like, okay, instead of Alice, it's now Alyssa, because the reason her name was changed for the English was because they could only fit four letters, and they had to just drop the A from Alyssa.
dang, sure are a lot of ass shots in this episode. Jeez.
Place the explosive on the door, and the zappy zappy will make it no more. Ooh, there's a chest over here. Oh, if I remember correctly, there's also an explosive... Blueberries and big berries.
Froggy!
What?
Berries for big.
Oh. Never mind.
That is one crazy looking treasure chest.
Ah, there's the bomb. It's just a big glowy thing! What you mean I can't pick that up? It's a glowy thing!
Yeah.
It's a glowy. Surprise, motherfucker! What is that from? I've heard... It sounds like some stereotypical big black guy going, surprise,
Big
motherfucker!
black guy named Bass.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Oh, well, YouTube seems to know what it is.
See, I think I first heard that in one guy's reviews talking about, was it Super Mario 2? Talking about the ice level and having surprised, he called them surprised motherfuckers. And every time one showed up on the screen, you would hear, surprise, motherfucker! I think he also mentioned them during his Sonic 2 review. Hey, there's a guy behind the door.
Whoa, he looks like he's really tired. He's like, whoa.
Preemptive attack!
Let's shove our blades up those harpies' assholes.
You know, it's kind of funny, shit, what's her name from, One Piece? The harpy with the snow...
Oh, Moni? Isn't it M something? Is there?
Yeah, M something.
Yeah, M something. Ah, good old M something! He's like Mona or Monique or something like that. I don't know.
Well, it's interesting that she has the word happy written on her shirt in, across her boobs, which almost looks like the word harpy.
Huh.
And then there's some people that are theorizing, okay, so she's dead now. What if her devil fruit reincarnates into one of Sunny's tangerines? And then what if Carrot joins the Straw Hats and eats the tangerine?
It's like, okay, I think we're just gonna have to tell everyone right now that if you watch our show, you're gonna have to watch out for One Piece spoilers.
Sorry.
We're such big One Piece fans. Oh my gosh.
Oh, did you watch that video I linked you to from Super Eye Patch Wolf talking about these spoilers ruin stories?
No. I wanted to watch it, but I never got around to it.
Oh. Well, the short answer is technically yes and no. There was actually a scientific study done that shows that people that went into a story already knowing like the twist and whatnot statistically gave those stories higher review scores.
Huh.
And these were stories like mysteries and stories that are highly dependent on twists and plot turns and
ass shot.
But like these were stories where having that sense of surprise is usually important, but they rated them higher knowing what was going to happen already.
Huh.
And here's the thing. If the story is remember nostalgia. Just name drop all the popular YouTubers. Remember in one of the Nostalgia Critics reviews of a Shyamalan film, and he talks about it. He's like, I could have this happen and it would be unexpected. That doesn't make it a good twist.
Yeah.
A good twist has, build up and whatnot to it. Has build up and clues and what have you.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. When people already know, like, what the twist is... When people already know what the twist is... then they can, like, go back and see... They can, like, go through and see details that lead up to the twist on their first viewing and see how it gets there.
Right. Okay, and we are 22 minutes in.
Come on, now's our chance! I don't cut out battles because battles in this game are actually interesting, I feel.
Unlike, some Phantasy Star games.
At least Phantasy Star has animated battle sequences.
Ugh, but who cares when you're fighting the same enemies over and 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 over. This is fine because, yeah, I agree, but... yeah.
In this, I could be fighting the same enemies over and over and get very different results depending on how things go.
Yeah. And the character positions are different and stuff.
And I try to switch up who I'm playing as.
There we go. We didn't see her ass. That's rare in this episode.
Oh, there's another plastic explosive. Let's see. Where is a save point? I'd at least like to get to a save point before I end the episode. Not the ice!
Ah!
Melt the ice on the chest. That's a nice chest.
Man, that chest is gonna transform into an Autobot any second now.
Oh, wait a minute.
Treasure chest. Transform and roll out.
Wait a minute. There's, if I remember correctly...
Wow, that guy is just hanging out in the hallway.
I ran into his freaking tail!
No! Lizard tails, woohoo, Dan!
I freaking...
Freaking swords, that's what they are. They're freaking swords. That's what the F stands for.
I pulled a Han Solo in a special edition.
Oh, God.
I stepped on his tail! To be fair, that is a very funny scene.
I think it's even funnier when you see who was like... So was that guy like from the beginning in the first Star Wars movie? Was that guy was going to be replaced by something?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he was a stand-in. This is confirmed. This was confirmed by the Lucas.
Han, my boy. I find it hilarious.
Oh, shit! That plastic explosive better have gone off because I set it and then told it to explode while these... And then I ran into these guys while waiting for it to explode.
Oh, boy.
That didn't do much of anything.
Quick, use your Quincy bow.
My what now?
Use your bow from that one show that was got pretty bad.
They did not deserve the animation studio they got. They had a really good animation studio. Why couldn't that animation studio get One Piece or something? Why did Toei have to get One Piece? Toei is like, I'd say, I don't know, the Hanna-Barbera of anime quality. Actually, no, they're more, oh wait, did I use that on my, shit.
I'm not even sure which anime studio is the Hanna-Barbera of anime quality. My body glows with an awesome power that tells me to defeat you!
Good thing I stocked up on fresh sage. The zero in this game, when it's red, almost looks like the, circle... Actually, no, it almost looked like the square button. Thank you!
Alright, nice job!
Come on, game. Oh, thank goodness. Is there a save point? No more battles! Save now, game!
Alright, you know what? I'm just going to pick up this chest and end it here anyways.
Okay.
Blizzard Protector!
See you guys next time. We got a subscription button in the upper left, and we got a playlist in the lower right corner, and we got playlists all over the place.
List.
Bye.